Scary movies are supposed to be, well, scary. But that doesn't mean they can't tell a story about people and their problems, which brings me to one of my favorite horror movies, The Wolfman, from Universal Pictures in 1941. I think what makes this story so involving is actor Lon Chaney Jr. as Larry Talbot, the central character in this film. Chaney always struck me as a likable schmo, which is perfect for a tale of a man caught up in a situation he did not ask for and can't control. The film kicks off with Larry returning to his ancestral home in England, where we meet his father, Claude Rains.
Father, I'm sorry about John. Your brother's death was a blow to all of us.
With Larry and his brother looking so much alike, and so much unlike Claude Rains, I got to thinking that maybe they took after their mother. But I digress. Larry helps his dad adjust the telescope, and testing it out, he discovers Gwen. And makes a beeline for her store. Playing coy while pretending to shop, he first learns about werewolves.
Well, that's a very rare piece. It shows the wolf and the pentagram, the sign of the werewolf.
Werewolf? What's that?
This is followed by some grim foreshadowing that screenwriter Curt Siodmak makes sure we don't forget.
There's an old poem. Even a man who is pure in heart
and says his prayers by night
may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms.
and the autumn moon is bright.
With all that out of the way, Larry, Gwen, and her friend Jenny go to visit a gypsy fortune teller. And if you think this is going to be a carefree outing, Bela Lugosi puts that idea to rest. Jenny goes first while Larry and Gwen spend some quality time together. But all is not well with Bela. So clearly Bela is a werewolf.
Go quickly.
And it's the end of poor Jenny. Larry comes to the rescue with his silver-headed cane, and now the plot kicks into high gear.
Please hurry! What happened to him?
This movie is elevated by a strong supporting cast. Bela Lugosi, Claude Rains, Ralph Bellamy, and Maria Ospinskaya, who holds the record for the shortest performance ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. She clocks in at just under 5 minutes for a pivotal performance in Dodsworth from 1936. And her talent is just as evident in this film.
The way you walked was thorny, through no fault of your own. But as the rain enters the soil, the river enters the sea, so tears run to a predestined end.
The behind-the-scenes crew is also very strong. The legendary Jack Pierce, responsible for the look of Frankenstein, and the Mummy, created the werewolf makeup. Legend has it that this makeup was left over from a 1935 film, Werewolf of London. The story goes that star Henry Hull felt Jack's original makeup hid his identity too much. So Pierce came up with something simpler. But fortunately, Jack kept his notes because the werewolf look in this film works perfectly. And let's not forget screenwriter Curt Siodmak, who in this one film codifies all the details that have become standard Wolfman lore.
A werewolf can be killed only with a silver bullet, or a silver knife, or a stick with a silver handle.
The production values here are first rate, from the moody lighting to the ominous fog-filled forest, which could only happen inside a Hollywood studio. So what of poor Larry? Well, the strain of being a werewolf starts to show, leading to concern all round.
Is this your stick? Well, of course. That's the one I killed the wolf with.
Well, there's something very tragic about that name.
Screenwriter Siodmak, who left Germany in 1933, once said, "I am the Wolfman. I was forced into a fate I didn't want, to be a Jew in Germany." And so instead of just having a hairy monster rampaging the countryside piling up the body count, Siodmak gives us time to consider Larry and his plight.
I can figure out most anything if you give me electric current and tubes and wires, but something I can do with my hands. But these things you can't even touch. I was caught in a trap tonight. I don't know how I got there. The old gypsy woman helped me get away. Now they're all out hunting for me. You wouldn't want to run away with a murderer, would you?
Oh, Larry, you're not. You know you're not.
I killed Bela. I killed Richardson. If I stay around here much longer, you can't tell who's going to be next.
And Lon Chaney is certainly great in this role. The climax comes with a big werewolf hunt, getting all our money's worth out of the awesome forest set. This film is a great example of the Hollywood studio system at its best. Lurid material handled by consummate professionals, yielding a legendary piece of movie history.